Libra, this setback does not mean that you have failed or all is lost here. It might just mean that some adjustments are required here, as the first card that popped out in your oracle message, your frequency check, third quarter moon. In a moment, I'm going to read out to you what it says for adjustments are required. Maybe a bit of a pivot, some replanning here, okay? You and your loved ones are safe out here is the second card that popped out, new moon in Cancer. And beneath my deck here, it says confidence is key, okay? Confidence is your key, excuse me. So confidence that all is not lost. That's what I'm getting as a strong vibe here. I'm going to read out to you what it says for adjustments are required. All right, Libra, it says, think of yourself as a vessel that has been filled more and more over the past few weeks. Some of what has come your way may have been wonderful, but there's also a lot of negativity, and you need to let go of this. Whatever situation you're asking about now, be honest about whether there are toxic emotions involved, which you need to release into the ethers. I know that's right. This card also comes with the promise that all is not lost. However, there are changes or adjustments required before you will get to where you want to be. A change of course is forecast now, that recent events have been understood and acted upon. There may also be a crisis now, which will remind you what you want and what it's time to let go of. So pay attention. Additional meanings for this card. Your life may be out of balance, and this may be causing your issues. It may be time to hatch a whole new plan. Something new and exciting is around the corner. Trust may be required to move the situation forwards, okay? So there's definitely a pivot needed here, but it's something about not losing the faith just because the expectations are not being met, or just because the outcome is not as expected. It does not mean that this is all lost. There's still something here with this situation. I'm getting in my mind's eye that judgment card where it's like salvage what you can and then take from that what you've learned so that you can continue to go forward. All is not lost. You and your loved ones are safe here. New moon in Cancer, it says there's a new start coming in your private life. Something is rising up in connection with the people and places you hold dearest. This can be to do with a member of your family, a flatmate, or moving house. If you're hoping to move forwards with something special in your private life, this card comes to you as a message that you can do it. If you've been neglecting your family, it's time to reconnect with them. If you've been neglecting yourself, you need to take better care of yourself and nurture yourself more. If your insecurity is holding you back, that's something for you to work on now. Doing so could bring your heart's desire. Additional meanings for this card: let someone get a bit closer to you. Let someone get a bit closer to you. A new cycle is starting for your child or children. A new cycle is starting for your child or children. It's time to review your goals. Have they changed? Meditation will help you banish your insecurities. What just came through is that some of you, you're thinking of taking on a new job, a new role, and you're concerned about how that's going to affect the children in their process of getting to school, getting to the babysitter, getting to daycare. There's something there that you're concerned about for someone very specific here. Spending time near water will bring you peace and answers here, to have peace about the changes that are happening. There's change that's happened. There's change that is happening, something that you're bringing in, and something that you really want, Libra, and you're deserving of, but it is going to require like a ripple effect in water. You know, it's going to impact a lot of little things that maybe you weren't able to see in the beginning, and now that you're in the midst of making this change and you're seeing its outcome, it's probably feeling a bit heavy on you because some adjustments are required. But your family, they are safe. It is all going to work out. Your confidence is going to help you get through this season. This can be worked out, all right? So we're going to get some tarot cards out here for you, Libra. If anyone is DMing you, private messaging you, pretending to be me or any other tarot reader, please report and block them. We want you safe out there, okay? All right. Thank you, guiding angel spirit guides, for my lovely Libra here. What is their current vibe or energy at this time? Current vibe and energy for my lovely, lovely, lovely Libra here. Thank you, guiding angel spirit guides. Yeah. Okay. All right. King of Swords is upside down. Queen of Swords is upright. I feel like I'm speaking to a couple here. This matter is related to arguments, fighting, disagreements between you and someone that you're dealing with. Now, getting very specific again, I try to stay as general as possible to give inspiration to whoever needs it, but this is going to get really particular and specific. There's a couple here where there is some challenges happening with co-parenting. It's having to do with you, this other person, and the children. Now, the gender is not exactly clear because it's more about the energy of who this person is. There's someone who's showing up trying to be mothering, loving, intuitive, and to forecast the outcome of some decision that's happening between you and some other person here. And there's another co-parent, the other co-parent who is not showing up. They're kind of being an absent father or mother. They're not actually allowing themselves to contribute. They're not helping, they're not supporting, they're not really showing up in their co-parenting duties. And it has been creating conflict within this friendship, marriage, relationship. And I say friendship because I know some co-parents, they just really are friends. And so it just kind of feels like there's a lot of deep conflict. And for you, Libra, it just kind of feels like you're having some internal conflict about what decisions to make, how to navigate through this, and it's been a little bit challenging for you. Guide angel, spirit guides, tell us why you have the 5 of Wands out here for Libra upside down. Why is the 5 of Wands out here upside down? It feels like another thing that's coming up is that you have an opportunity, Libra, to confront this co-parent or this other person. Could be someone that you're working with, perhaps, right? There's been issues happening in the workplace, and you have an opportunity to confront them about this so that you can hold someone accountable, but you're having inner conflict about if that's the right thing to do. That's also coming up. Guide angel, spirit guides, why is the 5 of Wands here upside down? Why are you showing Libra this? Thank you, guide angel, spirit guides, for the current energy, please. Why are you showing Libra the 5 of Wands upside down? Okay. All right. Yep. Kind of wanting to take a break, a rest from the drama. There should have been some support, some help here with the Page of Pentacles being upside down, but there hasn't been. It kind of feels like, Libra, something has been left on your back, or vice versa. Switch this energy around the way that you need to. But between you and someone else who's supposed to be a partner over something, a business, children, family, something, taking care of your parents, you probably both had a plan to take care of the elders in the family, whatever this is. It just kind of feels like someone has not been doing their part. They're not showing up in their energy right now the way that they need to be, or the way that they said that they would be. So their part has just, it's creating a financial barrier where, again, there has to be a different approach. Adjustments are needed here. And I feel like for you, Libra, you're extremely exhausted. You're tired. You have burnt out. You've been covering their part and your part, and it's been really, really hard on you, really painful for you. And it's unfortunate. This should not have been happening like this, right? There could be an apology, someone being accountable is really what I'm getting. And sometimes people are accountable through apologies, but it kind of feels like that could have happened, but they're not coming through on their part to own up to their part in this, to own up in their not following through on their words. That's what this feels like. Libra, that's a tough energy to get through. We're going to get some advice out here for you though, okay? Guide angel, spirit guides, for my lovely Libra, my friend here. Guide angel, spirit guides, what advice do you have for Libra working through this? What do you want them to be aware of? How can they, what resources are available? What supports are available? What do you want them to know? Why is this happening? Anything that you want to share, guide angel, spirit guides, for Libra working through this. For Libra, guide angel, spirit guides, what is the advice? What do you want Libra to know? Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you, guide angel, spirit guides. Yes, this situation is stressful. This situation is stressful, and I do know that sometimes the 10 of Wands upside down can feel like even more pressure to get something done, or to get something to work out. It can feel like, the pressure is worse than it was. The burden gets worse, right? But the way that this is showing up right now, what's coming through is that this burden is going to go away. You're going to be free of this. You probably have already gotten some words from someone, some support and offer, almost like a miracle type of offer or support or request to help you. That's going to help make this all make sense for you. And I think it's going to come out of nowhere. You know, the Page of Cups is really like about luck, like lightness, sweetness, a miracle, just kind of like grace happening out of nowhere, that helps get you on the right path and on the right track so that you can overcome this. Because someone in this story, you know, the person, the character that I'm describing in your story, they're not showing up the way they were supposed to. And that's not on you, Libra, right? That's not your fault. It shouldn't have been that way. So you have the Queen of Swords here, and this kind of feels like you. This is you allowing yourself to stay focused, stay clear about what it is that you have to do. This is the icon of power. You know, the Queen of Swords has been through something. She's up there on that throne with that sword because she's trusted to be the person to cut out the fat, okay? Because she's seen it all. She's incredibly intuitive, but she also knows that she does not have to lead with emotions to get things done. Her power is in the fact that she's reasonable, she's logic, she's wise, very, very smart. And so strategy is required, right? Trust your strategy, trust what you have been seeing to make sound decisions. But there's someone that's going to come around and help you. It likely could be someone who's younger, a fresh new perspective coming through from someone. For those of you where you might be in a position of leadership and this is related to work, if you have an intern that's working with you or someone who's youthful and they're like, I will take it on, I'll do it. Be like, okay, baby, you take it on. You know, there's some lightness, some help that might come out of a hat, a rabbit out of a hat situation that helps you kind of work through this. But the main thing I want to tell you, Libra, let me just calm my little old soul, is I want you to know, Libra, that all is well. You're going to overcome this. Support is here. Resources are here, because what has been happening should never have been happening. And so you just let sweet lady Justice do Justice thing. All you do is stand back, keep being beautiful, keep waking up in the morning, believing, doing your prayer, you're meditating, using your gifts, whatever it is that you do in the world, you stay focused on you and you let God do the rest. That's the main thing that I want to get out to you. Help is here. Support is coming. This burden is not going to be a lifelong thing. It's coming to a close. That's what I have for you. I'm going to throw my personal TikTok up on the screen. If you're interested, check it out. It's just life stuff, silly stuff, talking about things that I've learned throughout life, child. So if you're interested, check it out. I'll definitely follow you back. In the meantime, I want you well, Libra. I love you, and I'll see you next week. Take care. Bye.